Imagine you're walking home late at night. The only source of light is from the street lamps nearby. The roads are oddly clear. You are alone. It didn't really bother you much at first. It didn't even occur to you that the sounds of traffic and other people had long since faded into the distance. You were so deep within your own thoughts that you hadn't noticed just how alone you were. Well, so you thought, because when you turn the corner of the next street, that's when you see her. A woman who has her back to you. Her arms are stretched out, almost like a T shape. Her feet shuffle from side to side. You realize she's dancing. Perhaps you find this eerie, or maybe you find it amusing. But either way, you can't help but stare. You go to take a step forward to continue your walk home. But in doing so, you've alerted the dancing lady to your presence. She turns towards you, and as she does so, you notice she's holding something in her hand. A knife. Before you can even react, she charges at you. What would you do in that situation? Hey guys, it's Malachite. If you're new here, welcome to the channel, and if you're not new here, then hi again. Apologies, I am absolutely knackered, but I didn't want to not film because then I'd lose out on editing time, and I really want to stick to this schedule because if I don't, I'll probably get lazy with the channel, and I don't want that to happen, so ADHD is the best, isn't it? I'm a bit tired, so if I seem a bit less enthusiastic or energetic than usual, that's why. I'm fine. I'm just tired. I've got a major lack of spoons right now. But today's video, we are going to discuss I guess, urban legend, if you can call it that. Maybe more of a creepypasta that I have. Is she even classed as a creepypasta? I don't know what she's classed as. An urban legend. I know she's a TikTok trend, but if I say that, it just doesn't sound scary, does it? But we're going to cover the Serbian Dancing Lady, and this is a urban legend, I guess, that has interested me for quite some while. When I first saw it on TikTok, it spooked me. It wasn't that it was scary, it was just very eerie. Like the music with the video made it eerie, and the music itself isn't scary, but it when put to that video, it gives it an eerie sort of vibe. But it is a banger of a song. The Serbian Dancing Lady took TikTok by storm. Loads of videos were popping up all over TikTok of a mysterious lady who appeared to be dancing in the streets of Serbia at night. Now, anyone who saw her thought maybe she was drunk, under the influence of alcohol or drugs, basically just off her head. I don't know how likely it would be to come across someone like that in Serbia, but if you came across someone dancing in the middle of the street like that in England, yeah, it'd just be a crackhead and you'd be on your way. Carry on with your day as normal. Meanwhile, others thought that maybe she was suffering from some sort of mental illness and having some sort of episode. But little did they realise she actually posed a potential threat. But who or what is the Serbian Dancing Lady? It is said that if you just so happen to stumble upon the Serbian Dancing Lady at night while she's in the middle of the street doing her thing, doing a little dance, and you make the grave mistake of disrupting her, making your presence known to her, then good luck, my friend. Because she will stop dancing, slowly turn to face you, pull out her knife, and come at you, possibly even chasing you down the street. But what exactly happens when she catches you? Nobody knows. Either people have apparently survived or just never lived to tell the tale. Allegedly. But to be honest, if it is real, I don't want to even know what happens if she catches you. I'd end up being one of those people that get caught and stabbed, probably. But that then begs the question, is the Serbian Dancing Lady real? Or is it just another elaborate hoax, fake story, made up to scare people to stay in at night, off the streets, not causing trouble. Videos of the dancing lady started trending and going viral in 2023 on TikTok. And of course, TikTokers doing what they do best were spreading misinformation, insisting that this was real. The Serbian dancing lady was a real woman and she really was attacking people, harming people.
The Serbian Dancing Lady is real.
Did they ever provide any sources to back up their stories? No, apart from one article, but we will get to that later. Now, obviously, the part that is true is that the Serbian dancing lady was a lady dancing in Serbia. But then TikTok was claiming that she would chase you with a knife if you interrupted her. And of course, that was just what TikTok was saying. Was there any evidence of this? We'll get to that soon. Because, of course, if you're familiar with TikTok, then you will know that it is notorious for creating a number of hoaxes, stupid challenges, spreading misinformation like wildfire, especially when it comes to spooky stuff like this. So to find out the truth or the lore or whatever you want to call it behind the Serbian dancing lady, whether or not she is real, we have to go back in time a little bit. The original footage you can see here is actually from 2019. So 4 years before it would actually go viral on TikTok, which then obviously means that the footage going around on TikTok was not the original footage, and that the whole Serbian dancing lady craze didn't even originate from TikTok. Shocking, right? The original footage that I showed you is actually apparently the first ever sighting of the Serbian dancing lady. And it was first posted on a news article on a Serbian news website. Now, obviously, I don't speak Serbian, nor do I understand it. I also don't know anybody who does speak Serbian. So I had to kind of go to Google Translate for this. And I know, Google Translate isn't the most accurate thing when it comes to translations, but what else am I supposed to do? Now, if it didn't make sense and it was a bunch of gobbledygook, obviously I wouldn't have even included this translation, but it made some sense and I could basically figure out what it was trying to say. So while this is not an exact translation, this is basically what the article said. Or, well, an image from the news article, as the news article featured an image of what appeared to be someone's Instagram story warning people about the Serbian dancing lady. And it roughly translates to, apologies in advance if I butcher any of the Serbian, take care on Zvezdara near the city hospital. There is a woman dressed in a folk costume. She has a knife and dances and attacks people. By folk costume, I think it means like a traditional Serbian outfit. And the next part, the next little bit, doesn't really make all that sense when read out loud, so I'm not going to read it as it is literally translated to on Google, but I will sum up what I think it basically means and what other people who have translated it think it says too. So, but basically, this woman was apparently jumping in front of cars and doing a little dance. But after that, it then says that she'll attack you with a knife and that they are worried that this woman will hurt someone, like a pregnant lady, maybe even children, just people in general. But they were very worried about pregnant women specifically, which is fair enough, because that's two lives in one, really, isn't it? The Instagram story then ends with, beware, the woman is deranged. Now, for those of you that don't know, Zvezdar is a municipality, am I saying that right? That's English and I can't even say that right. A municipality in the city of Belgrade. And Belgrade is the capital of Serbia. And Belgrade just so happens to be where the Serbian lady dances. Now, this is just me thinking out loud, but if this woman is dancing in the middle of a street, even if it's at night, this is the capital city. And as far as I'm aware, capital cities never really sleep. There are always people about. So if this lady was dancing in the middle of the street, even at night, surely there'd be more sightings of her or like confirmed police reports, but there isn't. And any sightings that there are probably fake. Could you imagine doing that in London though? Like, I mean, to be honest, if you came across someone dancing like that in the middle of the street in London, you probably either get stabbed, so the lady herself wouldn't do the stabbing, the person witnessing it probably would do the stabbing. You might get mugged, people would probably shout some sort of abuse at you, or people would just ignore you and go on with their day because it's just another day in London seeing shit like that. I'm so glad I'm not a Londoner. No offense, guys, but that city, big cities like that, too many people. I don't like. No. I'm fine where I am. Northerners, let's go! But of course, reports of the Serbian dancing lady did concern people, and at the time of that news report in 2019, police initially did get involved and did an investigation on the Serbian dancing lady. However, the investigation didn't really go anywhere, so it soon came to a stop because there was just no evidence of any attacks that fitted into this whole Serbian Dancing Lady thing. Like, there were no attacks in the area that fitted the description of this situation. All that ever came from this case were a few videos. Aside from the police investigation, citizens who knew of the dancing lady made their worries known on social media, warning each other about her and where she had allegedly been sighted. This is where that Instagram story came from that I showed you earlier, kind of translated. Another alleged sighting came from this too. It's this picture here. Someone allegedly photographed the dancing lady while she ironically is not dancing, and warning people to take care and that it's not fake, it's not a hoax, it's real. In my opinion, this could just be any woman with their back to the camera because they're walking that way and they were like, dancing lady. Believe what you want, I guess. But just as quickly as the rumours and sightings of the Serbian dancing lady came, they soon disappeared. There seemed to be no more sightings of her, and people just seemed to stop talking about it entirely. Or at least that was the case until February 2023. In February 2023, the dancing lady had now made her way onto TikTok and had now been dubbed the Serbian Dancing Lady. Why? Well, on February 13th, 2023, TikTok user AATEC13, ATEC13, AATEC13. Anyway, that guy posted this video, and this is the original video on TikTok, by the way. Not the original 2019 video, but the original video that was like first ever posted to TikTok. They captioned it with hashtag Serbian Dancing Lady, and that seems to be where the name came from. The video blew up, gaining over 100 million views, and of course, this encouraged others to post their own videos, their own sightings, and now new sightings of this alleged Serbian dancing lady were popping up all over TikTok as people were now obsessing over this new urban legend that had come to light. She'd also seemed to become some kind of trend where people were recreating the dance that she did and making their own scary videos of it, which was like actually kind of cool. I quite liked that, quite enjoyed it. And it was well received by TikTok as well, especially by people who were invested in the dancing Serbian lady trend. In fact, now that she was on TikTok, the Serbian dancing lady seemed to be on tour. And what do I mean by that? Well, people were saying that they'd sighted her in Italy, the Philippines, America, Russia, all over the goddamn world. She even showed up in London.
Oh, what's that? Oh my god, it's the Ilford lady. No, shit.
Okay, obviously that wasn't a proper sighting, but people were literally filming and uploading videos to TikTok being like, the Serbian dancing lady, she's in Italy. No, surely that it would be the Italian dancing woman, a dancing lady, not the Serbian dancing lady. That doesn't exactly make a Serbian anymore if it's in Italy, because it's quite clearly not the same woman. It's totally not a hoax, right? Obviously this is just people having a laugh with their mates. Some of these sightings are creepy though. Like, I'm not gonna lie, even if they are fake, they're creepy and I like it. But of course, the popularity of the Serbian dancing lady and having such little information on her made people curious to know more, which then led to people making their own theories on her lore, where she came from, what she's doing. As I already mentioned, one theory was that she was under the influence of alcohol, maybe she was an alcoholic, maybe she was on drugs and a little bit off her head. But my personal favourite theory included the supernatural, the paranormal even. And before you say anything, I don't actually believe this theory is true. I know it's not true, it's just I like the theory because it's spooky and that's it. It's an entertaining theory. I don't actually believe in it. It's literally just my favourite because it's spooky and I eat that shit up. But basically, this particular theory centers around this specific video, in which we see the lady doing her thing, dancing on the side of the street. Instead of the middle this time, she's on the side. But what makes this video stand out from the other dancing videos is that across the street, on the other side she's dancing on, is a big, round, shadowy figure with what seems to be horns on its head. And if that wasn't scary enough, it seems to be mimicking her exact moves. Some people came up with the theory that this thing was demonic and it was controlling her against her own will. It's kind of like a dance with the devil sort of thing. But of course, this theory has no evidence to show that it's true, and it's just most likely just a really well done creepy video. Probably made especially for the trend on TikTok, and it's so well done. I got goosebumps talking about it. It's a creepy video, it creeps me out, but I really like it. If you haven't already guessed by now, the Serbian Dancing Lady is a hoax. She's not real. She never existed. At least not the version that we've come to know on TikTok. And while yes, the Serbian news did report on the Serbian Dancing Lady back in 2019, like I said earlier, the police never found any evidence of such claims or of her existing outside of the video. To further debunk this, there is a news broadcast that exists, and people were claiming that this proves she existed, but if you actually watch the whole thing, it pretty much just debunks the entire thing, I'm not gonna lie. And again, I can't speak Serbian, I don't understand it, don't know anyone who speaks it, so I can't personally translate the news broadcast. However, someone already has, so I am gonna give credit where credit's due, obviously, because this is not my work, but the YouTube channel Scare Theatre actually did their own video on the Serbian Dancing Lady, and it is a great video, by the way. Definitely do go check that out. It's also much shorter than mine, so if you want a quicker video that's easier to digest and isn't as rambly, definitely go check those out. It's a good video. But yeah, they actually translated the news broadcast themselves, so I'm just going to use what they say because that is the only way I can do it, unfortunately. All translations to do with the news broadcast right now, all credit goes to Scare Theatre, not me. I didn't do shit. I can't do shit. Thanks, Scare Theatre. Basically, the news broadcast described the woman as wearing a white gown and not dancing, so obviously completely inaccurate to the so-called Serbian lady showing up on TikTok. They also never told people to stay off the streets during midnight. That was completely false. The news broadcast then had 5 journalists spread out in search of this lady at night, to try and get more hard evidence on her and that she existed. The search lasted until 3 a.m. and not one journalist found anything. Nothing at all was found. That was pretty much it. Though another thing to add to this is that, I don't know if you've noticed, but all of the so-called Serbian dancing ladies on TikTok, not one of them is dressed the same. Not to mention that some of them even had different hair. It's not the same lady. And of course, we've got the ones showing up all over the world. It's not the same lady. These are all different people. And I think that's pretty clear. Definitely not the Serbian dancing lady from the 2019 original video. And honestly, when I first heard about the Serbian dancing lady, the whole concept of this story, the whole concept of walking down the street at night alone and then seeing someone dancing and then you do something to make your presence, well, the person you're reading from the point of view as does something to make their presence known, and then that other person stops dancing and then basically they end up chasing after you or following you. It really reminded me of a story that already exists, which is another creepypasta called The Smiling Man. And no, not this smiling man, this smiling man. Aren't they just both beautiful? I don't know which one's worse, to be honest. Do go check out the Smiling Man story too on Creepypasta. It is a short but good story. I can't be bothered reading it all here because this video would be way too long if I did so, but yeah, it's a good story and it really does have some similar concepts to the Serbian Dancing Lady lore, so if you're interested in that kind of stuff, definitely go read it. And if you do want to go check it out and see if you can spot any similarities yourself, I will leave the link down below in the description. One last thing I want to mention is while researching this topic, I came across quite a few Serbian people who had people ask them if they knew about the Serbian Dancing Lady, and a lot of them had no idea who the Serbian Dancing Lady was until somebody had brought it to their attention. And others basically just said how they were shocked at how gullible some people were to just believe something that they saw online, especially from TikTok of all places. I found it kind of funny, to be honest. The western side of TikTok's going crazy over the Serbian Dancing Lady, and people in Serbia don't even know she's a thing. It kind of gives me nostalgia in a way, because even though this only happened in 2023, as of this video it is 2025, and the Serbian Dancing Lady trend only happened in 2023, so it wasn't too long ago, but it's giving me nostalgia because it kind of reminds me of the killer clown epidemic, which I have also done a video on if you would like to check that out. And no, I can't do short videos, I'm sorry, I just ramble too much, I have too much to say. I like to be thorough with my research, and I find it hard to cut things down to the basics. I like to include a lot of information of different things to do with the topic of the video, which is why All of my videos are yapping sessions. So yeah, hopefully you don't mind long videos. And if you don't mind long videos, there's a 46-minute long clown video. But yeah, that's pretty much it on this topic. The Serbian Dancing Lady was a hoax. She didn't exist. Though I still like to believe personally that she does because it's just fun. Life's too mundane. Have some scary shit in your life to freak you out and give you some sort of adrenaline. I just like believing in creepy things, even though deep down I know they're not real, like the Serbian Dancing Lady. I like believing in them because it adds a little bit of spice to life, you know what I mean? Or am I just mentally ill? Who knows? But if you've never heard of the Serbian Dancing Lady before now, what the hell were your thoughts about this video? Did you believe that she existed when I was talking about her, or did you just know from the get-go that this was just a hoax, not real? To be honest, if I came across that in the street, if I was alone, I would shit my pants. Much like in the clown video, how I stated I would shit my pants if I came across a clown. If a clown dares to approach me in real life, I will shit my pants. Shit my pants, once again. I would shit my pants as well if I came across a dancing lady in the middle of the street at night. If I was with a group of people, I probably wouldn't be as scared because, well, I'm in a group of people, so what's the chance that I'm gonna get stabbed? Probably like 1 in 6. Human sacrifice is all around me, you know? No, but in all seriousness, if I came across that with a group of people, I would still be scared, but not as scared because I'm with people. But I have asthma and an abundance of health issues, so I do not like my chances of surviving if she were to run after us, and I fear that even if I were to run, because I am a fast runner, but if I were to run, if she didn't get me, my asthma would. So yeah, I don't like my chances. I would not like to come across her in the street. Even in the daytime, no. No, thank you. She might just be minding her own business, dancing to the little song in her head, but I don't want to be a part of that. I'll leave her to it. I'm pretty good at not letting my presence be known. I'm quiet, but I'm clumsy, so we'll see. I don't know what my chances are. Why is this suddenly turned into me talking about whether or not I'd be able to win in a fight against the Serbian dancing lady? Dance off? I wonder what she'd do if you just like had a dance off with her. Would she still chase you? I don't know. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have for today's video. Hopefully you enjoyed. I don't know. This is a topic that I have had quite the interest in for quite some while. I like creepy shit like this, and if you have more creepy little things like this that you want me to cover, maybe do a deep dive on, let me know down below in the comments. Or even if you want me to cover other things, whether it's cryptids, paranormal stuff, more mass hysteria cases, let me know in the comments down below. I try to answer all comments, and if I don't, I heart them and then like get all shy because socialization. I'm not good at talking to people, okay? Even online, I'm not good at taking compliments. I appreciate them, but I never know how to take them. I mean, obviously I take them as a compliment, but I'm like, how do I respond to someone being nice to me? I've just never been good at taking compliments. It's not that I don't get them, like, I have a very loving family, but I don't know, I've never been good at taking compliments. I just go all awkward and I'm like, thanks. Like, someone says, oh, you're pretty, and I'm like, thanks. Like, yeah. But yeah, that's it. Still can't do outros, and I fear I never ever will be able to, so this is as good as it's gonna get. Don't forget to like the video if you liked it, subscribe if you want to. I'm so convincing, aren't I? Comment down below what you would do if you came across the Serbian dancing lady at night. Would you win in a fight against her? Could you do a dance-off with her? I don't know. But yeah, let me know. Also, thank you so much for 100 subscribers. I saw that number and I went to Asda and I got a Sonic cake to celebrate. I was gonna do a custom printable cake thing, but I got embarrassed because the picture came up on the screen that I wanted to use, which was this. Yeah, that came up on the screen, and suddenly there were like a bunch of old people just staring at the screen, like, what is this girl trying to print onto her cake? And I was like, I'm chickening out of this, and I was like, Sonic is the next best option, so. Well, Shadow is, but they only had Sonic, so Sonic was the next best option. Thank you so much for 100 subscribers and for giving me an excuse to buy a whole ass Sonic cake to eat to myself. Your support means so much to me, like I can't put into words. Not only am I bad at taking compliments, I am also bad at giving them because I feel so awkward. But yeah, thank you. Like, it genuinely does mean a lot, even if I can't, well, even if I struggle to verbally express that, it does genuinely mean the world to me, and it gives me even more of a reason to continue doing this. Might only seem like a small number to some people, but to a girl that lacks self-confidence and confidence in general and is socially awkward and has social anxiety, it's a big deal. I never thought I'd get past like 10 subscribers, let alone 100, so thank you. But yeah, that is all I have to say. Thanks. Bye.